Hello everyone and welcome back to good old Monster Hunter. This is a side account I made for Switch Hacks. So 16 hours into our playthrough. We have not hit any of the hub quests at all. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because it's so different when you play the hub quest versus the village quests. Especially when you're just trying to speed through, especially with Switch Axe, because Switch Axe is kind of my more preferred weapon, and is kind of cooler than Greatsword. However, Greatsword I feel like is just a clean weapon for a series like this, where it's like, yeah, okay. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, I feel like, you know, it's just a good experience, and as well, the Switch skills really matter for it. Even though it looks cool, with Switch Axe, sometimes it just boils down to this monster's really fast, so all you can do is try to go for sword finishes. Or, you know, you go for some, like, moves you try to knock it down. And then you can go for full combos and then do cool things. But usually it's, you know, not so straightforward. But yeah, I hope that you are all really enjoying the series. Resident Evil is coming this week, so that's very exciting. And then other than that, I think the only other thing is I'm going to be starting the Zelda playthrough after the Doom one, just so then there's a little bit more of that, okay, cool, like, part to it. So we had the Axe Blade. Sometimes it's weird looking through your weapons. So we can now go and wear a different armor set, so probably the Kululaku. So much orange. I feel like if it was super pale white, it could have looked better, maybe, a little bit. But it still looks cool, at least. It's also so weird playing two different weapons that look kind of visually similar. And you're just like, wait a minute. But then you realize, like, no, right, this is this weapon, not the other one. So, PK Edge is probably one of the things that I'd really want to try to get, as well as the Royal Ludroth. Yeah. And then Somacanth as well. I think today is going to be a day where we actually, unless there's like a Somacanth thing, we might not do much. The problem is, like, the Kezu sword is probably the best sword for this, but it's like not very strong. You know what, we'll go for the Carapace sword too. It kind of fits the theme-ish that we have going. It looks interesting. It looks like a rib, like a bunch of like ribs. So optionals. We now get Armor Sphere pluses, which are obviously good. And yeah, we have Somacanth here. And obviously we want to battle PK first. We'll just do PK, see how good we go with that. And then we'll go on to it. So I'll see you after this. Okay, here we are in our first hunt of the day. I just realized, oh, man, it's so weird going from hub quests. Oh, we should have eaten. Oops. But it's so weird going from hub quests to this, where it's like, oh, you get 10 potions and you know, all of that stuff, because there's no one else obviously in the lobby, because there is no lobby because you're playing by yourself. To this, where it's like, okay, so you get like jack shit. Up we get. Yep. So this shouldn't be that hard. It wasn't hard last time, so. Yay, PK, yet again being able to actually do something. Okay. get some good. Oh, feels so bad when like it's a just thing. It's also weird going from Switch Axe to Greatsword because they're very similar, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like Greatsword's kind of weaker. Merely because of the fact that you're always moving slower, and it feels like it's a really good multiplayer weapon, but not as good as a single player weapon, like longsword and charge blade, dual blades even to a degree, any ranged weapon, kind of. Maybe except for the bigger one. The bigger one, it's a great bow gun or whatever it's called. That one, it would be a little bit harder to optimize all the damage for that one. But yeah, it is like, it's a weird thing where it's just like, oh, this, you know, it feels different and stuff like that. It's also so interesting to think about, like certain monsters are so much easier to hunt with certain weapons, even if like the weapons are very similar. Thank you. Stupid, bull, I was about to say bull drone, but that's the other game. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to live with low HP. Okay. Even when I do it with no charge, the game is still like, nah, you should have just, that was a big punish, so I should get a big opening. And we did! There we go. Let's get some knockback style damage. Okay, and nah, it's gonna flee. Okay. But yeah, I feel like they just need to make it so then you have like a kind of auto combo where it's like maybe something like XA XA or AX XA or something like that, and make that a bit more strong. Make it so then when you want to stun a monster, like make it so it's kind of hammery, because I feel like a lot of the time Greatsword is just worse hammer. You like when you actually get the damage, it's way better. But for purely like, okay, so you're gonna go to a monster, like, see, with Greatsword, it's the best for the damage you get when you knock down a monster, but it doesn't naturally knock down a monster easily, because you have to read the monster in order to do that. Whilst with Hammer, it does both. You get the really good, like, you know, in this game at least, you get the really good wire bug attack that easily can A, either topple the monster over, or B, be the really good damaging move to really punish the monster as well. So for, you know, that, it feels like it has like both of the things you'd want it to have. Damn it. Yeah, it's just an interesting tidbit. Also, maybe try to make it so then Greatsword's defense is better. I know in this game, and I can't wait to get to it, they added a counter to the Greatsword, which I understand the counter's kind of like a longsword thing. But it should really be a lot of different weapons thing. Like if your weapon has a like block, like in this game everything needs a counter, or at least like some sort of just general parry. Because there are just monsters that move so fast that you need to have something in place so then the player can actually hit them. Because although this is a multiplayer game, it still has to know that people play these games solo. Damn it. Damn it. I'm gonna have to back off actually. But yeah, it's like super fucking weird going from a game where, well, not even a game where, just playing with a weapon that has, you know, the ability to, you know, have strong attacks that aren't limited by the fact that, you know, you only can hit the monster once every 2 seconds kind of thing. It's so much better when the fucking tail is done. Well, we already did that. Okay, just off. Is it really exhausted or something? Well, it probably was exhausted, but then it chose not to be. Yep. It's just a small rant, but like, it's just weird, because it feels like every weapon easily has its strength. And a lot of Monster Hunter purists will say, the weakness is a very necessary thing in any weapon. Which is true, there should be some sort of, you know, thing that every weapon is bad at. But when you have weapons, when you have a weapon, like Longsword for instance, it's like, well, now you kind of can't have that. Because even in the older Monster Hunter games, Longsword was still ridiculously good. Because roundhouse slash kind of thing to up the spirit gauge has been in Monster Hunter for a very long time. Not since the start of it, probably. But it's been in there for a very long time. I wonder when the counters were actually made. Probably in like 3rd generation or something. But it's just like a thing where it's like, if you have a weapon that already does every single thing a weapon needs to do, then there needs to be reasons to, like, every class kind of has to have a point to play instead of that. And big damage doesn't really matter because you can already get big damage with the other weapons. It's so crazy when you're not in a hub quest and, like, when the blue shows up, it means that they will die in the next hit that you give them.
Alright, let's see what we have.
Whew. Yeah, Puki is not that hard for us to do. But yeah, I really just want to know if I can use other weapons, because I would really like to show off some other weapons. And be able to be like, you know, this is what this weapon does, and also, you know, like, oh, this weapon ordinarily would be ridiculously hard for, like, Valstrax, for instance, is just stupidly hard with a Greatsword, because that monster is just naturally really fast, and it's always repositioning. So with a weapon like Greatsword, where you're always really slow to move, it kind of feels bad. I feel like, as well, yeah. We'll get to the hub and then we'll start talking. We also need to get a thumbnail for this video as well.
Nothing to it.
Reminds me of the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild moment, just the face mask thing. I love that moment, it's so funny. We got Immature Sponge, so that isn't anything we want. So we may have not even gotten what we wanted. Okay, I'm now back. So I don't think we got a Puke Quill
What do you need?
in that at all.
Hammer's ready.
Yeah, we didn't. It's disappointing. We also need to get the Somacanth shit, obviously. I wonder if we can... Yeah, we need the quills for other shit. I guess that just means we need to focus on the head.
How about this weather?
Wow, we completed some quest, guys. Sure, we'll do that.
Come again.
Oops. Thank you.
It's a good day
I would like
for
to
a
play
hunt.
game.
Here's the quest list.
this one's in the frost area, and we actually kind of need to do a frost area one. So we'll actually do this one. I think that's a good idea. But yeah, as I was saying, like in Monster, I don't like in Monster Hunter playing. In Generations Ultimate, which is the other one, there's called Valor. I think it's called something else, but at least I know it to be called Valor. And that one is really cool because when you when you dodge something kind of perfectly, you get this massive reward of you get to sprint up to your to the monster with your greatsword and just smash into it, and it feels amazing. And that in and of itself is a counter, which this weapon desperately needs. But also really helps with the speed and mobility of the weapon, making sure you can always get in and deal damage. So I think it's very important for that to be a thing. Anyway, I'll see you after this loading screen.
A miraculous spring, clear as children's song. Deep runs its stream, elegant but strong. A lullaby is sung, soft sounds of seduction. Its dulcet tones inducing sleep and serpentine destruction.
Oh my god, is it Ugly Bitch? Yes, it is. Maybe we'll take a picture with her. I do like how they give you flash bombs. It's probably good. There's also probably a barrier off here. That'd probably be a good idea to kill them. Huh. It's hard to think about because it's like barriers kind of hard. They're a monster where you really have to focus on the tail. Because once you cut the tail, it's so much easier for you.
Give me some of that sweet ore.
It's definitely worth it, I think. Even if, like, a barrier's way better to face when you have a bit of a quicker weapon. Or a weapon that can easily sever. But if we can kind of knock it down or something, we can do a lot with that. So it might just be, in general, a good idea to do that. And then as well, if we can get a lot of aerial attacks in, we could ride it, and then via riding it, we can deal a lot of damage to Somacan, and keep our puppet spider for, you know, something else later.
Give me all you've got.
We do need that fucking earplugs. It'd be so useful. Damn it. But like, yeah, a lot of his attacks have just that extra little bit of range. I find a lot of the time. So when you do actually remove it's just a tiny bit bigger range. It does wonders for you. Also, ice in this game is so much more annoying than in other games. In other games, it will really quickly, you have to have like cold drinks. No, hot drinks, obviously. Which will allow you to keep your stamina pretty much. And then if it's too hot, you'll start draining health. So it's like, you want to make sure that you're fine for the weather, which they removed for, pardon me, world and such, kind of. I think it's still in world, but it's not in this one, which I'm kind of happy about. It made sense. But it's one of those things where, yeah, it makes sense, and I hate it.
You do what I say now.
It's like an unnecessary annoyance, kind of. I think for this one I will simply just beat the absolute fuck out of this monster. Okay. And then we want to just do an extra little attack before we do this. So I really want to ruffle her feathers.
Nice.
So hopefully we can fuck up her fins and stuff enough. I really want them to make it so if you are slamming down with your big boy move, you get, like, I feel like Greatsword should be the weapon of super armor. Like, that should be its entire gimmick. Is it like almost a lot of the moves have super armor, but you still take damage and shit like that. I think that would be like a pretty fair way to do it.
This one's all for you.
Okay. Yeah. Charge Plus, or whatever it's called, is so needed for this weapon. There's a skill you can get in Master Rank that speeds up your ability. Oh fuck, where just... Oh no, we actually fucking somehow did that. Okay. I remember that move being a pain, so I was like, gotta do something about it. Let's just try to get some, yeah, a big bit of damage in. That one's really annoying. But she kind of is left a little bit open. Oh, god damn it. We weren't able to punish it correctly at all. Okay. Okay. Damn. It's a lot about just like knowing when to extend with this weapon. But the funny thing about it is you don't really extend with this weapon. So it's a weird, because it's slow enough where any monster that has even a like halfway fast attack can kind of just interrupt you. But it still has that like ability to do it that makes it feel worth it.
Now's my chance.
But yeah. So like, now that we've done a bit of good damage to that monster, I think we want to go and probably full send it Barioth. Because Barioth will have, I don't know if his armor is very good for us, because I know it's it has like power prolonger and things like that, which is more suited for I think charge blade and dual blades and such like that. So I don't think that is worthwhile for us at all. But I know that he does, like, I feel like there's something with his armor that's like, oh yeah, you can use that with a Greatsword. It might just be due to the fact that he has a Greatsword, I think, that you can make, that I'm just like, oh yeah, obviously they would do something like that, which, no, they wouldn't need to. Hey, Barioth shell for free, that's really good for us. Okay. The only annoyance is that okay. Boom.
This one's all for you.
Damn it. So close. Oh my god, that's so fucking good. Whew. Thank God we have some healing potions. If possible, I probably... oh no, its wings are apparently what you have to hit. Oh no, it's doing it. Okay, I forgot that that's not a smart strat. I hate it if it's... Why is it a continuous hitbox? Come on, dude. Like, it has every right to be, but like, why is it? Okay, we've hit its face to break its fang. Okay. That was very weird in my brain. Okay. I feel like the A combo is meant to try to topple them, but it just doesn't feel like that works. Maybe if like the A combo really did actually topple them better, it would feel better. I don't know.
Mr. Monster, meet Mr. Webb.
Meet Mr. Webb. Okay, again. Yeah. Greatsword's great, funnily enough. But I just feel like there is like a lot of actual glaring issues with the weapon that a lot of weapons, at least in this game, don't have. But it still has like fantastic damage to where it's like, well, it kind of makes up for it. Especially if you are in a team, it feels like in team, the amount of like free damage you get for existing is like pretty insane. Bit rude. Just was trying to take a good picture of you.
Excuse me for a moment.
We have his tail though, so if we can get a barrier off the tail, that's probably really fucking good. It's also kind of I feel like necessary. I think a lot of the weapons for some reason are always like you have to get something. You always have to get something kind of based on like some tail or, you know, something that's a rarer drop. Which is it makes sense, but at the same time it's like, why? I wish there was something that allowed you in camera mode to not be hurt like that. Also, great buggy, regular buggy, fuck off.
Making steady progress. Oh,
That was so fucking irritating. Literally just was like, oh no, I need to get image. To the point where I just forgot to do anything else. I think that would be fine. I didn't think we would have time. Okay. That was probably better. Okay, so that one still hit, but like, you can see what I mean though. Okay, he's running off now. He's literally on his last legs. So I think we'll wait, and if he stops moving... well no, actually we should just focus on him anyway. We'll see though if like we get a good image of him like when he's asleep or something, I guess though. Otherwise we will equip our potions. Do we have reserves? No.
The end is in sight.
So it's basically just use these. Okay. I guess actually we'll have frozen fossils. Well, take a little bit of a detour down here. Just so then we can make sure that we recharge these in time. We now have 2 puppet spiders, meaning that we can do something with that probably. Okay. Good fun. Oh, it was so close to death too. I literally I could have easily have fallen when I did my cool thing.
Let's see what we have.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, we won't capture it. We'll wait and see what we need from it. Amber Fang, that's a really good one to get, because I do know for sure you do have to get some amount of Amber Fangs for the monster. Now, where that great buggy is, we're definitely going to go over there and go spider him. Just because that will increase the amount of damage we get for free on the summer camp, which is just good shit. Okay, so it's over there. Yeah, this one's going on a bit longer, but like I feel like we got a good thumbnail. We have a lot of good shit in general. I don't know if yeah, this is one that teleports. Okay. There are some that teleport and some that don't. So angry. He's just like, no, I wanna fight. Stop it. And I'm just like, no, you're gonna wait until this monster comes in. Like the one right there, and then we're gonna fight it together. And we're just gonna deal with it very simply. I wonder if it's because, like, if it's like, you know, really immune to sleep or not. It isn't. Very interesting. Holy fuck. 600. I think it's very mad after that one. Like, that's what I mean. Like, when you get the opening in this game with this weapon, it's insane. But you have to first get the opening.
You do what I say now.
Yeah, you do. I wanted to make it more dramatic. But like, that was still cool. I liked that. That was a very nice
What
hunt.
have we here?
650 damage, pretty much. And we got a fin. Hey, that's really good. Another fin. Whew. Getting spoiled. Honestly, if we got 3 fins after that, I would have fucking came. Like, fuck. That was really fucking good. That was a really fun hunt. I actually really enjoyed that one. I unironically think that may have been one of my funnest hunts in this series so far. We battled Barrioth and we did really well against him, which is a surprise. Usually I don't do very well against him. And then not only that, we did a fucking huge damage to the fucking monster with the Great Balgi. Which was insane. We slept the sleep monster, and then we fucking bonked it on the head so hard it died. Jeez.
Nothing to it.
Yep. Let us go see what we get. We need 1 Somacanth fin from this thing here. We got it. We got the Somacanth fin. Okay, I'll see you guys after the loading screen. Okay, there we are. We are now back. I just had some good old chips. Cool.
Have a look around.
So Barrioth. That's right. Critical draw. And Quick Sheath. That's it. Quick Sheath is really good to me. Because as you know, I like to sheath my weapon a lot. And Critical Draw is also pretty good, but I think we might hold off on that just because he uses a spike. That's Barrioth. I thought it was Barrioth. There's Barrioth. Yeah, so we need 2 spikes for this weapon and 2 Amber Fangs. That's not that bad. It has a bit of blue, 30 affinity. That's really good. I actually really like that. And that's only upgrade, okay.
No need to hurry.
Okay, well we'll make we'll make 2 of these right now. For these 2 weapons. And the good thing about this is as soon as we have this done, that is the Iron Tree pretty much done. Like, this is gonna be the Iron Tree. At least for a very long time, that this will be the Iron Tree. So we have like, and that's not even hard to craft, and like that's like the end kind of. So in this episode, I'm hoping to get this weapon, and I'm hoping that in general we can already craft the Somacanth, which we can. So we already have +1 weapons now, but I'm hoping that we get just a bit more in this episode. So that uses a spike. Oh, this also uses a spike. That's actually rough. It doesn't use anything else though that we don't have.
A special quest has been added.
So it's a bit of a weird one for sure.
Have a look.
Oh, this is right. So you can get these tests to instantly go up in the hub. Which is good. I think we will do this just because this is a good way to end this episode. To have like, you know, this kind of challenge. Like, that's a fun way to end an episode. But I really like it. You do get these a few times. I think if you fully finish the village quests, they allow you to go to high rank, because that is essentially where you would be if you were doing the hub quests. So I think they get you to 2 and then they get you to 4. Or it might even be that there's 3. I'm not 100% sure. But some of the later quests can be pretty hard. I'll actually talk through this one. But like some of them I think turn into like Magna Marlow, Gos Harag kind of thing where it's like two pretty hard bosses. But I did beat up some of those monsters as well recently, so who knows if they're actually going to be too hard. But man, I've really liked this episode. It's kind of crazy, really. I guess, yeah, this would be on the week after Christmas, this episode, right? Because, this week we have one episode that's already out, Sunshine, The End of Doom, then the Kezu episode, then the one I need to edit with the Nagakuga. No, not Nagakuga, Toby Kadachi and Puke. So then there's that one. And then, yeah, this is the first episode of the new year. So Happy New Year, everyone! Wait, no, it isn't. It'll be... Let me look up a calendar. Okay, so this is this week, and then next week... so Saturday is New Year. So, on Friday's episode. So, when I record the next two episodes, the last one I do of that one, that will be Happy New Year's, Happy New Year Eve. Okay, I gotcha. So the cool thing about this one is, it's literally just about, doing this, like, one thing. And, like, we already beat up a Rathian, so, like, that's not even that hard. But basically what we'll probably do for this is we'll capture the Rathian, but first we'll just damage it as well with the Aknosom, because the Aknosom is the least threatening, well, the less threatening of the two. So we only need to get the Rathian to 90% health, and then we also get to have maybe 10% damage dealt to it. So we're only doing 80% of the Rathian fight. Which, you know, and it also feels cool. Like, Rathian obviously is in this tier. But it does feel really cool to battle the Aknosom again and have it, like, you know, kind of be part of the damage. I guess if you really wanted to, you could really spec against this fight. Because both of them do fire damage, so you could very easily pick a set of armor that has fire damage resist, like, pretty high, and then just kind of fuck them over. We want to actually go to the Rathian first. So then we can capture it. So then we can get a bunch of damage on the Aknosom. And then we can go. I like how... Oh, it isn't. For a second I thought for some reason that it would be like kind of loosely flying in the air. But that doesn't make much sense. Oh, it's this one. It's so crazy how good this move is. When it hits. Okay, there we go.
How do you like that?
And then we'll ride this Wyvern, and then we'll beat the fuck out of this enemy as well. And we'll do this a bunch of times. And then we'll slam into it again. It feels like it's very funny to have like this kind of moment where it's like, holy shit, you're doing so much fucking damage. But also it feel like, yeah, you're doing a whole lot of damage. It makes sense. Camera angles, Jesus. Boom. Just get some extra damage. Oh fuck. That's like the best move it has. Most people say at least. I can easily understand why. It's an evasive move that also just does a lot. That did not seem like he should hit. Damn. We might die from this. Yeah, we will.
I can't believe this.
We weren't careful! Oh my god, every single time this wire gets caught on anything, I immediately get mad.
Oh, you're gonna pay.
We'll teleport over. Yeah, so... Yeah, that's crazy. So I'll be making 3 episodes this week. After Christmas. Yep. Okay. I want to rationalize it in my head a bit. Let's see if we get anything really cool. Rathian Shell, Rathian Scale, Wrath Wing Talon's actually really good. Because that could be used on Rathian things as well. Not just it can be used on Rathalos things. I really want to fucking get this tail damage. Okay, well we fucking hit its tail definitely. Okay, well that's probably not helping us. Okay, well, a scream isn't that bad for us. Let's see, well, I mean, like, for, like, that instance there. Hey, they knocked off his tail, too. Like, that's the real good thing. If you can really, like, hit them hard with this weapon, even then, you get a lot of, good shit from it. Yeah, we had to touch, for sure, there. And then we just need a Mega Potion. Okay, so this guy is ready for capture. So we'll just straight up capture him. Oh, look at him. He's taking a good old nap. Okay, you guys, I want you to wait over here.
Hold on.
And then I want to go over here. And then go into this. And then do...
Look.
I actually like the idea more of standing here and then doing the, so I'd have to stand maybe back here and then so if I'm standing forward it's like this. Okay. That could also be a good one. I don't know which one I'll go for, but like if the if the Barrios one doesn't seem as good as I thought it would be, then we'll just go for that one. But yes, that's literally the harder of the two enemies slain very quickly, so we should not have much trouble with the rest of this quest. Boom! Especially not if you do something good like that. The thing that's really good as well with sliding is like sliding affinity on Greatsword can actually be pretty useful. Just because the sliding attack is so good. Okay, we're fucking off. We know not to take damage. We know damage is bad. Okay. If it takes enough damage, parts broken. If we hit every single one of these, I mean, like, we're obviously gonna do really well. This weapon's also a really good part breaker, but I think hammer is also real. Like, hammer and this weapon are just so similar. Yeah, so like it's already almost dead. Even the Joggerous know what is gonna become of this fucking KFC chicken. It's gonna be fucking fried. There we go. Oh, cleanly jumped right over. There we go. Oh man, we would have gotten it too. Yeah, we probably would have gotten it. It feels like we would have because we would have done like 100, 150 maybe.
What have we here?
With the big swing because there's a level 3 charge swing. But yeah, there we go. Man, it's kind of crazy how some of these can just be far shorter than others. But yeah, we are officially now Hunter rank 2! Yay! Wait, there's some sort of thing sleeping. That's weird. But yeah, Rathian is now captured, so we've captured a Rathian. Close to a quest that we get later, which is to capture a Rathalos. However, that gives us dual blades. I would actually like to know, would you guys love to see different series, like if I can't use any other weapons? Would you like to see series where, like, I do this for, like, a bunch of different weapons? So, like, eventually, you know, like, maybe in this game, well, Generations Ultimate, every weapon can be, like, leveled to million max or whatever. Webbing? That's good. Actus on Beak can be Wrath Mallow. Ooh, that seems like it's decent. I don't think that's, I think it's Modelo. Or like something like that that's actually the better one. I think those are very fair drops. I don't think they're insane. But okay, I'll see you after this load screen. This is Hojo. We haven't seen him in a very long time. Well now, Greatsword, many thanks for handling that urgent quest. I knew you could do it! In light of your achievements, we're promoting you to Hunter rank 2! You can now accept 2-star quests from Minoto. Now, off you go to pursue greater quests than ever. Greater achievements! The monster that he's riding, isn't in this game, and it's kind of sad. I love, he's such a joyful character.
Funny Dango
So we captured a large monster, which was actually one of our things, which is very good.
Here's the quest list.
Okay, so that was just a in general thing. So that will be the end of this episode. We'll have a look-see at
What do you need?
what we can get for that. Maybe we'll have a look at armor for Rathian and see if that added much. Where is Rathian? There they are. Blight resistance, free meal, recovery up. Yeah, it doesn't seem very worth it to craft that set. Thunder attack 2.
No need to hurry.
This one's actually
Plenty of
really
time.
good, and I remember it might have been bow. That was like a really good thing to use. But I don't think we're gonna do that one.
What do you need?
So let's have a look-see around. So we have this tree. We have the Sleepy Shell Blade. We have the Wyvern's Perch. I still need to figure out how to get these ones. We have the Lagombi one. Royal Ludroth still is one that evades us. I think this is Zinogre. This is Anjanath. I'm not sure what this one. Oh, it's Bone.
Some hunters literally
This is
take
probably
hours.
Diablos, if I had to guess. And then that's just pure bone. Tetranodon, Acnosom. Oh man, we can forge another one. And then yeah, so Barioth. We need to do that one. I'm really happy about the Amber Fangs because those can actually be kind of hard to do. Depending, because if you focus a lot on the arms and the tail, it's actually kind of annoying to get the Amber Fangs. But if you focus, if you focus enough on the face, which can actually be kind of hard to do because he jumps around everywhere. But we did it really easily. So Quill. So we might do, funnily enough, in the next episode, we might do these two again. And get these two leveled up. And then after that, I'm not too sure what we... Oh, and then, yeah, so we get those two done, and then we'll get, Royal Ludroth finally made as well, hopefully. And that will be the end. So, I hope you all have a lovely day, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.